I'm waiting for it to go live on YouTube right now. My iPad is at 2%. That 2%, guys. Hi, YouTube. Oh, you guys can't really see me, though. Oh, is it starting? Yeah, the iPad's at 2%. I'm having a good day today. I woke up feeling well. And it was on my list, on my weekly list. Today's a free day for me. And if I want to stream, today, I can, if I felt up to it, and I do. And okay, I kind of need to have the headphones in with the monitoring output so I know how loud I am. But it has a delay. So that makes it difficult. Okay, there, I have YouTube chat up. Hi, everyone. I've been trucking along. I had a tough day yesterday. I am feeling good today. I read the Bible a lot before bed yesterday, and that really helped me. And I'm feeling better and more centered again. Yeah. So here we are today. Hello, I am live, and I'm live with a purpose. We are going to be ASMR-ish. I don't know how to set up the audio perfectly for the ASMR delivery, but I think I kind of got it good. What do you guys think? How's the audio sound? And I am going to deliver Edgar Allan I'm going to deliver and decipher in kind of ASMR style Edgar Allan Poe's Eureka, a prose poem. So he looks like he's British, but he's not. He is American. He was American, so I don't think I have to do it in the British accent, guys. I don't think I have to do it in the British accent, guys. I am going to just do it in my technically Canadian accent, not American, darn it. So I have my Canadian pronunciation. Anyways, Charlotte today is going to be delivering Edgar Allan Poe's Eureka, a prose poem. This was one of his last pieces of work. I have delivered Edgar Allan Poe's work before with his Telltale Heart. God, that's so good. I want to do The Raven as well. I want to deliver The Raven as well, because giving Ravenclaw, those who know, and I'm not talking about Harry Potter, and that will get me vision for my song, which the concept is a Ravenclaw. Yeah, anyways, the whole vision. So Edgar Allan Poe's the original Stephen King. He's the original Stephen King. God, he's good. Like the horror fiction he writes is incredible. The fact he started the detective genre, that's just incredible to me that he did that. I was reading a bit of his wiki. I've read the wiki before. And yeah, in one of my songs also I say you and your Edgar Allan Poe, and I spell it wrong. That's why it's spelled wrong it's just funny to spell it wrong. I didn't know if it was 1L or 2L, so we kind of have differentiation of spelling here in the title comparatively to my notes app thing. That's intentional. Me describing me when I'm too deep in the metaphor. Yeah, I'm feeling more centered. I feel centered today, feel good, excited to deliver this. What else about Edgar Allan Poe? Yeah, so in one of my songs I say you and your Edgar Allan Poe, because I'm not going to get into the whole lyric of that. the way that Edgar Allan Poe is a dark individual, yet I think he's a good person. I don't know. I need to look more into it. I was reading into Beethoven because Moonlight in C sharp minor is a central piece to my novel. And the way that C sharp minor seems to be just kind of cursed, yet so nice to listen to. Okay, I'm getting off track. I get off track way too much. There's lots of pieces of art I like. Okay. Oh, another thing. I can deliver this because Edgar Allan Poe has been dead for long enough. So it's no longer like under some kind of thing where if I deliver his stuff, therefore I'm gonna be sued or whatever, however that works. My light's a bit too bright. I'm gonna turn it down. I'm not drinking coffee. I'm drinking tea. Okay, I have tea now because the coffee was making me too hyper and was not good for me, I realized, and I used up all my hazelnut milk and I was like, I don't need any more. Yeah, I feel more centered, as well as now. This is what I've done when I've been in court before as well. I have a thing of like rules to follow, like to stay really centered, to stay really professional. I have written that now for my streams, so I have that to look at if I get scared or if I feel anxious or if I'm like, I have that now. So I'm really proud that I wrote that. To keep myself centered. I have that, so I'm really proud of that. And yeah, so Edgar Allan Poe. Yeah, I want to deliver the Raven in due time as well. Hi everyone, I'm still going to be chatting with chat and stuff. Hello TikTok, hello YouTube. Oh. Am I live on I might not be live on the TikTok because I wasn't logged in because I think I deleted my history and then that logs me out of stuff. I'm trying to turn off my MacBook more, my 2015 MacBook more, and also delete my history more because that helps free up space on my MacBook. But yeah. So yeah, but then you have to log in again. How do I just delete the history without deleting the login? I'll have to Google that. So I've read some of this poem before. This is one of Edgar Allan Poe's last pieces of work before his death, which I think was at 40. Okay, but yeah, I was talking about Beethoven. I think that Edgar Allan Poe is a better person than Beethoven was. Beethoven was kind of serial going after youth. Yeah, so that made me go, oh, but I love Moonlight in C sharp minor. But then I realized, wait, the villain in my novel is like that, so it works canonically. It works canonically in the story. Yeah, anyways, okay, that's me getting deep into the metaphor and the different. Yeah, so I think Edgar Allan Poe canonically is less of a predator than Beethoven. I don't know, I didn't look into it, so we're delivering his work today. I don't know. He created some very good work though, and he's very intellectual and smart. We're delivering Edgar Allan Poe's Eureka prose poem today. Also, what's interesting is he's a Nepo baby. He comes from wealth. That's what I found really interesting about Edgar Allan Poe, is the reason why he was able to be like the first American literary artist or whatever, writer, is because he came from wealth. So he had that privilege. So he had a leg up, and that's why he was able to be the first. Anyways, privilege and Nepo baby stuff. Yeah, his parents were like famous actors and stuff. So right. So he had a leg up, but doesn't negate the fact that he's incredibly genius, and he stood up for a lot of smaller artists, a lot of smaller writers, poets. Edgar Allan Poe stood up for he acknowledged his privilege in that way. He's like, okay, I'm getting all this notice, but pay attention to the little guys, okay? Pay attention to the non-Nepo baby poets that are creating just as good art. So we stand him for that. We like that he wasn't selfish that way. Yeah. So, but why I'm excited and what I was like, I can do this on stream and I feel happy, comfortable, excited to decode, deliver, decipher, ASMR delivery this on stream is because it mentions Egypt, guys. This is science fiction. He's the original Stephen King. He is. Like, dare I say that his soul went into Stephen King? dare I say, hypothetically, hypothesizingly, they kind of are one and the same, similar that way. They're kind of similar that way, except Stephen King didn't come from privilege. So there's that differentiation. Anyways. But yeah, so I love Stephen King. I love Edgar Allan Poe's work. Yeah. This is gonna be amazing. Oh yeah, a Eureka prose poem. This is not, usually he wrote fiction, Edgar. This is not fiction. This isn't fiction. This is a legitimate piece of, this is his hypothesizing work, his science work. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's read if we look, okay, here it is. This is his first piece of art. It's art. It's a poem, an essay on physics and cosmology. I love Egypt. I love ancient Egypt. The way ancient Egypt. Oh my God, the way this is written, this has me. Okay, let me read this out. Okay, so he believes in the spirituality around ancient Egypt. I'm highly interested in that. Giving Nikola Tesla, giving Dr. Carmen Bolter, who randomly died in her early 60s, as well as her son randomly dying at 30 after she started discovering the true purpose of the pyramids and such. The original pyramids, so not the ones that were built over with not the built over ones, but the original pyramids and their original purpose, similar to the modern pyramids created by Valery Uvarov. You guys can Google that. I'm very interested in pyramidal structures and the purpose of it. I'm getting back into that. I was kind of not looking into it as much. We're back in that again. And I'm very interested in that. That's one of my hobbies. It's one of my hyperfixations. So anyways, this touches on that. This piece of work by Edgar Allan Poe touches on that. That has me. Let's read this out. So this is Wiki's brief breakdown on the prose poem. Physics and cosmology. Eureka. I think I need to, since we're getting into the reading, I need to have the output on. Otherwise, monitor and output. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I can hear myself now. Oh, the delay. The delay makes me, I can't have it. I can't. No, I can't have it. Okay. Well, yeah, I can't have the output. So let's read this out anyways. Sounds like I got the audio good though. Let's read it. From the wiki or whatever. Here's the link. Pretty simple link to write down. Yeah. So screenshot that and then. Eureka, a prose poem. An essay written in 1848 included a cosmological theory that presaged the Big Bang theory by 80 years, as well as the first plausible solution to Olber's paradox. I don't know what that is, guys. Poe eschewed the scientific method in Eureka and instead wrote from pure intuition. For this reason, he considered it a work of art, not science, but insisted that it was still true and considered it to be his career masterpiece. Even so, Eureka is full of scientific errors. In particular, Poe's suggestions ignored Newtonian principles regarding the density and rotation of planets. I love this. Okay, when you're writing from pure intuition, guys, when you're speaking, creating from pure intuition, some of the technical details are going to be wrong, okay? Just a little FYI. The technical details aren't going to be all there. The science of it or whatever isn't going to be all there. But the overall concept meaning of it is going to be present. The vision is still accumulated. That's how I see it anyways. I love this. I see the vision. I'm excited to get into it. Oh yeah, you can do it dark mode. I prefer that. That's easier on the eyes. This is incredible. So we stand Edgar Allan Poe. We believe his scientific methods, even if the technical errors are present. Let's read it. Let's get into it. I'm so fucking excited. Oh, oops, wrong thing. Oh yeah, and guys, as you see, I have new emotes in chat, okay? For the Twitch folks, I created my new stick figure emotes. They are incredible. They are hilarious. They are so me. I have visual agnosia, so I'm not good at creating emotes. So yeah, it's funny. That's the emotes for the Twitch people. And on YouTube, I have the links to that in the description. Yep, in the description. You guys can type, by the way. You guys, if you have questions and stuff, or you just want to send love and you type in chat, I will respond. But today is more focused on the delivery and such of this poem that I'm excited to read. I've read some of it. As I said, I've read some of the poem before, but I have not read it all. And I'd rather read it with you guys, deliver it with you guys, decipher it with you guys, and have a good ass time live. Okay, let's go. Oh, I want to read more of the wiki about him. I want to just get to know Edgar Allan Poe. What? I've been logged out. Oh yeah, this. Okay, so this is a bit more about, this here is a bit more about, here's the link. Oh, you guys can't really go. This is a bit more about Edgar Allan Poe and his science fiction work. And the fact he loves Egypt and pyramids. So I don't know if he loves pyramids, but he loves pyramids are just kind of central to Egypt, guys. It's the best place in the world where they've been preserved, because there's other pyramids all around the globe, but they've been preserved the best because it was in a desert area, okay, where there's not much, where it's just sand, and where growth, where vegetation couldn't overtake them, like how it's taken over the Bosnian pyramids. Google this, guys, or YouTube it. There's videos on it. The Bosnian pyramids, which are, I think, very similar to, in size, to the Egyptian pyramids, completely grown over. Looks like a mountain. Looks just like a mountain, but is actually pyramidal structures that vegetation has just overtaken. I'm rhyming. Guys, I'm rhyming. I'm in the artistic mind state. I'm rhyming, guys. Yeah. So this is very interesting. He likes Egypt. I like Egypt. Valery Uvarov, pyramids, science fiction, Stephen King, different code. Me just saying different trigger words of what we're talking about. Nikola Tesla, yep. Greater purpose, intuition, ASMR. Okay, let's read this. This is just a bit about, yeah, Edgar Allan Poe's science fiction, from ancient Egyptian cosmological lore to modern chronobiology. abstract, one of my favorite words as well. Edgar Allan Poe is now celebrated as the creator of detective fiction and as a major contributor to what is called proto-science fiction. Should I Google that? What is proto? I'm Googling it. To describe a world that is seemingly perfect, but either ultimately unattainable or perversely flawed. Oh. Mood. That's me when I see perfect society and I'm like, but it's so far away from. Okay, I'm gonna start crying if I keep thinking of that. Okay, anyways, wow. I feel hurt in that. The present research focuses largely on his science fiction. Eureka is our starting point, being perhaps the most significant text from a cosmological viewpoint. We trace down Egyptian roots of Poe's cosmology and whoever else is in there. We show that Poe's worldview is romantic in nature. Mood. Poe's SF model of the universe anticipates evolutions in Western thought, such as chaos theory, Big Bang theory, parallel universes, etc. We also point out an Egyptian connection. As per his own confession, I have stolen the golden secret of the Egyptians. Although historic memory fades in time, cosmic laws as a whole and cosmic events as particulars are indelibly painted like hieroglyphs on an infinite tapestry. I'm Googling that word because I've never heard it before and I'd like to put it into my memory bank. Making marks that can... Oh, I need to use this word actually. Indelibly painted like hieroglyphs, so making marks that cannot be erased, removed, or washed out. The way stone, the way etching in stone stays. Impossible to eliminate, forget, or change. God, I like that word. Indelible. I like it. Wow, that word has me actually. That word absolutely has me. I'm glad that I dictionary apped it. In this equation, we show the importance of Lygia for its Egyptian allusions. MS, found in a bottle. So this is them breaking down their thing now. I need to read this entire thing. Well, is that all I really need to read of that? I think so. I need to read this entire thing actually. This is not what we're delivering, but it breaks it down a bit. Oh my god. Time travel, wow. Clock-like. Clocked. Full circle. Hollow Earth. Hollow Earth is mentioned, guys, for you conspiracy people. Conspiracy, guys. I don't believe in Hollow Earth. I know that in the middle of the Earth there's a precious metal ball. There's a precious metal ball in the middle of the Earth. That's proven. Like the science facts proven. So is it hollow then in there? Is that technically hell? That's up to interpretation. But anyways, 9 or 11 or 12 human senses, biological clock, context dependence. I like all these words. This is them throwing out the words. Also me. Edgar Allan Poe, Stephen King, horror fiction, science truth, intuition. I'm having a good time. I'm glad I decided to go live. I'm like, this is something that I know I'd feel stable enough to be able to do, is something I love, is me doing my talents. Also, this shirt, guys, this shirt was also the shirt that I wore in my YouTube video where I deliver some verses from my own horror fiction novel that I'm working on. Yeah. So this shirt kind of is a bit cursed in a way, but blessed. It's very horror fiction. It's very Edgar Allan Poe, Stephen King. Yeah. I feel like this shirt now has correlation. Anyways. Okay. Now we're getting into it. Oh my god. So here we go, guys. Let's get into Edgar Allan Poe's Eureka, a prose poem. "101 pages. Is that intentional or just happenstance? Eureka, a prose poem. Edgar Allan Poe." Alma, the name of the female psychopath in I think the first book, first book, but third season of Mr. Mercedes, Alma. I wonder if Stephen picked that name because, I don't know, maybe I'm looking too deep into it. Alma. Stephen King's aware. I know Stephen King would be aware. It's intended. God, Mr. Mercedes is so good. I need to watch it again. It's so good. So good. Okay, that's me getting off track. This is just the legal stuff, blah, 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 based on fiction, don't sue me, etc. With very profound respect, this work is dedicated to Alexander von Humboldt. Humboldt, like Lolita, the last name. Is it preface or preface? I think it's preface. I read more than I speak. I speak most when I'm on stream, guys. I'm in my house otherwise, so apologies if I pronounce some of these words wrong. Don't hold it against me, please. Okay? Thanks. Preface. To the few who love me and whom I love, to those who feel rather than think, to the dreamers and those who put their faith in dreams as in the only realities, I offer this book of truths, not in its character of truth-teller, but for the beauty that abounds in its truth, constituting it true, proving it to be true. To these I present the composition as an art product alone, just art, guys. Let us say as a romance, or, if I be not urging too loftily acclaim, has me instantly. God, he's such a good writer. Guys, Edgar Allan Poe's very talented. This already has me. This already has me. So here he's speaking, he's saying, guys, this is for the dreamers. This is for the artists. This is for the people who, as he said, feel rather than think. That's me. That's me. So I feel heard. So he's saying, I can't technically say it's science or fact because the science and such isn't there. Okay, not there. But let's call it an art product. Let us say it's a romance, okay? Or, if it's not too lofty a claim, let's say it's a poem. What I here propound is true. What's propound mean? I want to learn that word. I'm fact-checking along the way, okay? What I here put forward is true, therefore it cannot die, or if by any means it be now trodden down so that it die, it will rise again to the life everlasting. So what he's saying is, I'm not the only person in history that's going to speak about this. What I'm bringing before you today, I'm not the only person that's going to bring it before you. And even if this poem gets lost, it will still rise again to the surface. I love it. I love it. That's what he's saying. So, yeah. The same reason why Nikola Tesla said that it cannot, that he's not inventing, but he's rediscovering. He's bringing to the surface, okay? Nevertheless, it is as a poem only that I wish this work to be judged after I am dead. Guys, and here we are. Here I am judging it after he is dead. I'm doing it. You're welcome, Edgar. You're welcome, Mr. Poe. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, that's canonic. That's canonic that we're breaking it down right now. Because he says, only judged after I'm dead, guys. He's dead. We're judging it. I like it. And then Edgar Allan Poe. Wow, this is a vision. He's so good. And then whatever Roman numeral that means. I don't know the Roman numerals. Eureka, a prose poem. Like half of this is... Oh, I was like, wait, is this complete? Did they just make every page blank? Did they just make every page blank, guys? Also, here's the link. Okay, screenshot that if you want for later. Take the quick screenshot, easy as, or Shift Command 3 on your MacBook. We're getting back into the delivery. It is with humility really unassumed. It is with a sentiment even of awe that I pen the opening sentence of this work. For of all conceivable subjects, I approach the reader with the most solemn, the most comprehensive, the most difficult, the most august. What terms shall I find sufficiently simple in their sublimity, sufficiently sublime in their simplicity for the mere enunciation of my theme? He's like, what words do I use to describe this, guys? I designed to speak of the physical, metaphysical, and mathematical, of the material and spiritual universe, of its essence, its origin, its creation, its present condition, and its destiny. I shall be so rash, moreover, as to challenge the conclusions, and thus, in effect, to question the sagacity. He's used that word more than just here. He used sagacity in Telltale Heart. I remember delivering that line in my other YouTube video in which I deliver it. The sagacity of many of the greatest and most justly reverenced of men. Oh my God, he's challenging. So he said, you know what? I'm going to be so rash that I'm going to challenge them. Me as an artist, as a poet, as an intuitive writer and creator, I am going to question the sagacity of the greatest and the most justly reverenced of men. In the beginning, let me as distinctly as possible announce not the theorem which I hope to demonstrate, for whatever the mathematicians may assert, there is, in this world at least, no such thing as demonstration, but the ruling idea which, throughout this volume, I shall be continually endeavoring to suggest. He He's like, I'm not outright saying it. I'm just continually endeavoring to suggest it, okay? It's just art. Calm down. Yep. He's just suggesting, guys, okay? It's just art. Calm down. My general proposition, then, is this. In the original unity of the first thing lies the secondary cause of all things, with the germ of their inevitable annihilation. So he says that death eventually comes. In the illustration of this idea, I propose to take such a survey of the universe that the mind may be... Okay, I need to redo it. In illustration of this idea, I propose to take such a survey of the universe that the mind may be able really to receive and to perceive an individual impression. Not 100% sure what he's saying there, but I hope I did it justice. He who from the top of Etna casts his eyes leisurely around is affected chiefly by the extent and diversity of the scene. Only by a rapid whirling on his heel could he hope to comprehend the panorama in the sublimity of its oneness. Okay, he is being abstract here. I'm gonna Google what Etna means. Okay, it's atop of Italy. It's top of Italy. I Google what is Etna, and immediately WestJet is telling me, guys, you can fly there for $1,700. Pass though. But do we need to do the ground radar of Etna? No, it's an actual volcano. It's not a pyramid. They have it's an actual volcano. Yeah, it's not a pyramid. Darn it. But so he's saying, if you're on the top of this volcano in Italy and you're looking around, you will see the diversity and the extent of it. How atop you are, how you're on top of the world, how you can see everything below. Okay. I see the vision now. I'm accumulating the vision. Only by rapid whirling on his heel could he hope to comprehend the panorama in the sublimity of its oneness. I see the vision now. But as on the summit of Etna, no man has thought of whirling his heel, so no man has ever taken into his brain the full uniqueness of the prospect. And so, again, whatever considerations lie involved in this uniqueness have as yet no practical existence for mankind. I liked my delivery there. Whirling his heel under the ground. I think he's saying how people are only looking around at the view, like, look how beautiful this is, but not questioning how a volcano, all that kind of stuff. I don't know. That's what I'm getting from it. I might be wrong. Hypothesizing, okay? I do not know a treatise. Googling that word. We're learning words as we go along, okay? So this is an essay, and look what the definition of a treatise is, if I'm pronouncing that right. A formal and systematic exposition in the writing of the principles of a subject, generally longer and more detailed than an essay. He himself couldn't write the treatise, guys. He could only do the essay. He could only do the poem, because he's an artist. Because it's Edgar Allan Poe, okay? I do not know a treatise in which a survey of the universe, using the word in its most comprehensive and only legitimate acceptation, is taken at all. And it may be as well here to mention that by the term universe, wherever employed without qualification in this essay, I mean, in most cases, to designate the utmost conceivable expanse of space, with all things spiritual and material that can be imagined to exist within the compass of that expanse. In speaking of what is ordinarily implied by the expression universe, I shall take a phrase of limitation: the universe of stars. So his acronym is, when he's talking universe, it's funny because he's saying by the expression universe, he's, instead of saying universe, he's going to make it 4 words and call it the universe of stars. Why this distinction is considered necessary will be seen in the sequel. Did he ever write a sequel? I don't think he did. I'm Googling, is there a sequel? Me always on my phone Googling. Me like, guys, I'm gonna release this. I still haven't finished it. I still can't motivate myself to get it out there. No. He never made the sequel, guys. He died before he could make the sequel. Just like how Dr. Carmen Bolter died before she could release the new Atlantis. The way they get snuffed by, allegedly by nature. Wow. Hello. Hello. Okay. Hi. I see you guys on the Twitch. Hey guys. Hi Twitch. Hello. Hi Apex Master 3426. So you're good at that Apex game. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. And then someone called ASM underscore 0710 says, hi. And then Apex Master says, how's your day? My day is going good so far. I woke up feeling well. I made my green tea. And I'm feeling good. And we're delivering Edgar Allan Poe's, in ASMR style, Eureka, a prose poem. We're doing some language arts delivery here today. We're doing some artistic delivery. How's everyone doing? Are you guys doing good? Are you guys enjoying this? You're having fun with my delivery? I hope so. I hope you guys are enjoying this. That's the least I can hope. That somebody's like, this is fun. Kind of has me. Anyways. Kind of has me. Okay, let's continue. Thank you, Twitch people. Reminder that I have new Twitch emotes, okay? I created my new Twitch emotes. They're hilarious. They're really funny. Yeah, I really love them. I visual agnosis, so I'm not good at, yeah, anyway, you guys know. I'm not good at making emotes, but the one thing I can do is stick figures, and I had a lot of fun. With limited means, what can you create? This is what you can create. Okay. All right, let's continue. So he never made a sequel, guys. He never wrote the sequel to it. The sequel was never. That's crazy. That makes me go, wow. He never got the sequel out. That, the spookiness of that. Wow. Wow. So no sequel was ever released, just like Dr. Carmen Bolter, The Pyramid Code, and then she randomly died in Spain before she could release the new Atlantis. I have a whole video about her death saying who offed Dr. Carmen Bolter. Got 95 views or something. I don't know. Anyways, I'd recommend that. Looking into that. Let's get back into it. Let's get back into the delivery, okay? So, but even of treatises on the really limited, although always assumed as the unlimited universe of stars, I know none in which a survey, even of this limited universe, is so taken as to warrant deductions from its individuality. The nearest approach to such a work is made in The Cosmos of Alexander von Humboldt. Screenshotted to look into that later. Recommended by Edgar Allan Poe. Okay. He presents the subject, however, not in its individuality, but in its generality. His theme, in its last result, is the law of each portion of the merely physical universe, as this law is related to the laws of every other portion of this merely physical universe. The star beside it, like, I don't know what the star means here, but okay, bring in the dictionary. They're saying it's not a word. He used it, therefore it's a word. The way they're not saying it's a real word. What does it fucking mean? Oh, it seems to be a French word originally. I don't know what it means. Oh, in a word, his design is simply synoeretical. In a word, he discusses the way they're not telling me. What does it mean? Definition. Google's failing me here, guys. Single words first used or coined. That's the word I always use. By Poe. Extremely rare. Extremely rare is what it means. So it's based on a French word. His design is simply extremely rare. He had a way of stretching the English language. Me. God, I love Edgar Allan Poe. God, artists. God, writers. Wordsmiths. That's a word I created. Wordcraft. I don't like wordcraft as much because that's when you're using language for bad. That's when you're using language for bad. But okay, guys, I'm quickly gonna go to the bathroom. Okay, I'm gonna go to the bathroom really quick. I have to. My tea has worked through me. I'll be right back. But wow, the way he's coining terms has me. I love Edgar Allan Poe. He's amazing. Let's continue. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Just BRB. I'm getting tea and also going poo. BRB. Hello everyone, I am back. Oh, I don't need the headphones on. Yep. Went poo, washed my hands, fucking washed my hands. Of course. Also got my tea. I'm having a great time. I'm really enjoying getting immersed into the poetic world of Edgar Allan Poe and deciphering, delivering ASMR style his work. Yeah. This is incredible. I'm just looking for my brush to just brush my hair. Okay. This is really making my mood increase even more. I feel really happy. I feel really settled. I feel there was a fly, fruit fly. Okay. Just brushing my hair quickly. Might as well, since it's basically dried. My hair dries fast because I have thin Eurasian hair. Okay. Right, let's go. Hey everybody, how are you doing? I'm back. You guys enjoying the delivery? Let's continue. All right. He presents this, in its generality, okay. His theme, in its last result, is the law of each portion of the merely physical universe, as this law is related to the laws of every other portion of this merely physical universe. His design is simply synaretical. In a word, he discusses the universality of I pronounced that right, of material relation, and discloses to the eye of philosophy whatever inferences. Look at all these big words he's tossing out here. Okay, take deep breath to try to deliver this all. In a word, he discusses the universality of material relation and discloses to the eye of philosophy whatever inferences have hitherto lain hidden behind this universality. That's a mouthful. But, however admirable be the succinctness with which he has treated each particular point of his topic, the mere multiplicity of these points occasions necessarily an amount of detail, and thus an involution of idea, which preclude all individuality of impression. A lot is said there without me really understanding what's being said. I think he's praising Humboldt. I think he's praising him. I think he's praising them. I think. Seems like he's giving kudos to this Humboldt guy. Might be wrong, but. Yeah, okay. That's all I have to say on that. I didn't. It's kind of gone in one ear out the other. It seems to me that in aiming at this latter effect and through it at the consequences, the conclusions, the suggestions, the speculations, or, if nothing better offer itself, the mere guesses which may result from it, we require something like a mental gyration on the heel. Back to the heel metaphor on the volcano. Interesting. We need so rapid a revolution of all things about the central point of sight that, while the minutiae vanish altogether, Even the more conspicuous objects become blended into one. Among the vanishing minutiae, I think I'm delivering that correct, in a survey of this kind would be all exclusively terrestrial matters. The Earth would be considered in its planetary relations alone. A man, in this view, becomes mankind. Mankind, a member of the cosmic family of intelligences. Basically, he's saying, guys, aliens exist. Okay, guys. Okay. And now, before proceeding to our subject proper, let me beg the reader's attention to an extract or two from a somewhat remarkable letter which appears to have been found corked in a bottle and floating on the Mare Tenebrarum, an ocean well described by the Nubian geographer Ptolemy Hephaestion, but little frequented in modern days unless by the transcendentalists, and some other divers for crochets. Okay. So he's bringing up an extract. He's bringing up a couple phrases from a remarkable letter that was found in a corked bottle, like in AC Animal Crossing. Wow. Ptolemy giving AC Assassin's Creed Origins. The way I used the two acronyms there. That was so great. Sorry, me. See, that's acronyms. That's why I don't like them, guys. They can stand for multiple things and have multiple meanings and are confusing. Anyways, okay, sorry. The date of this letter, I confess, surprises me even more, particularly than its contents, for it seems to have been written in the year 2848. As for the passages I am about to transcribe, they, I fancy, will speak for themselves. Oh my god. Okay, someone named David with a double A says, so your account was created a month ago. You're new to Twitch. Hello. Says, hello. How are you? I'm doing well today. I'm having a good day today, which means a lot because I've been having trouble. I've been having some trouble recently due to some things in my personal life. So yeah, but today I'm doing well. Today we're in the artistic vision of Edgar Allan Poe's prose. Thank you for joining. I hope you enjoy my ASMR delivery. Hope you're doing well, sir. Oh, I can't wait to deliver this. So this is from this letter. So is he saying it's from before Christ? It's from 2800 before Christ? Or is he saying this is from 2800 in the future? He hasn't specified. Maybe he will. That's what my brain is going around thinking. Which is this sentence? Which time frame? AD or BC? Oh, my neck. I'm not sitting with best posture. I'm sitting like this so that you guys can get the best ASMR delivery. So my back is kind of having trouble, but for the delivery, it's worth it for the vision, for the footage. Do you know, my dear friend, says the writer, addressing, no doubt, a contemporary, do you know that it is scarcely more than 800 or 900 years ago since the metaphysicians first consented to relieve the people of the singular fancy that there exist but two practical roads to truth? Believe it if you can. It appears, however, that long, long ago, in the time of night, there lived a Turkish Turkish philosopher called Ares and surnamed Aristotle. Here, possibly, the letter writer means Aristotle. The best names are wretchedly corrupted in 2,000 or 3,000 years. Oh. So I think he's saying it is from the future. Oh my God, this has me. The fame of this great man depended mainly upon his demonstration that sneezing is a natural provision by means of which over-profound thinkers are enabled to expel superfluous ideas through the nose. But he obtained a scarcely less valuable celebrity as the founder, or at all events as the principal propagator, of what was termed the deductive or a priori philosophy. He started with what he maintained to be axioms or self-evident truths, and the now well-understood fact that no truths are self-evident really does not make it in the slightest degree against his speculations. It was sufficient for his purpose that the truths in question were evident at all. From axioms he proceeded logically to results. His most illustrious disciples were one Euclid, a geometrician, meaning Euclid, and one Kant, a Dutchman, the originator of that species of transcendentalism, which, with the change merely of a C for a K, now bears his particular name, now bears his peculiar name. That took me 3 tries. I do, David. I read your chat. Did you not hear me? Were you jumping back and forth from another stream? I read Twitch chat. Yes, I do. Just I don't have it up at all times. I have to switch back and forth because I don't have multiple Mr. Mercedes monitors. Ooh, the triple M there. I only have my MacBook and my iPad. And on my MacBook is where I'm also reading this poem. Well, Aristotle flourished supreme until the advent of one Hog, surnamed the Ettrick Shepherd, who preached an entirely different system, which he called the posteriori or inductive. His plan referred altogether to sensation. He proceeded by observing, analyzing, and classifying facts. Instantiae natura, as they were somewhat effectively called, and arranging them into general laws. In a word, while the mode of Ares rested on noumena, that of Hogg depended on phenomena. And so great was the admiration excited by this latter system that, at its first introduction, Ares fell into general disrepute. Finally, however, he recovered ground and was permitted to divide the empire of philosophy with his more modern rival, the savants contenting themselves with prescribing all other competitors, past, present, and to come, putting an end to all controversy on the topic by the promulgation of a median law to the effect that the Aristotelian and Baconian roads are, and of right ought to be, the sole possible avenues to knowledge. Hello, often. Thank you for that. Not sure who you actually are, as you just have, oh. Okay. Is this you? Oh, you do geography. Oh. Thank you for always joining. You're always there. I don't think you've said anything rude before that I can remember. But you never know. You never know. You never know. Thank you for being a supporter. Thank you for the emotes. Speaking of emotes, I have new emotes on Twitch, guys. They're also at the top, as you can see. Thank you for joining. Let's continue. Let's continue in the delivery. avenues of knowledge. Baconian, you must know, my dear friend, adds the letter writer at this point. Oh, sorry, that was Edgar Allan Poe jumping in. Baconian, you must know, my dear friend, adds the letter writer at this point, was an adjective invented as equivalent to Hogonian, and at the same time more dignified, and euphonious. Euphonious gives like euphoria. Yeah, it's like saying it's more euphoric. It just sounds more epic. Therefore, we chose this word instead. Now, I do assure you the most positively proceeds the epistle that I represent these matters fairly, and you can easily understand how restrictions so absurd on their very face must have operated in those days to retard the progress of true science, which makes its most important advances, as all history will show, by seemingly intuitive leaps. The word intuitive, the word intuition. These ancient ideas confined investigation to crawling, and I need not suggest to you that crawling, among varieties of locomotion, is a very capital thing of its kind. But because the snail is sure of foot, for this reason must we clip the wings of the eagles? For many centuries so great was the infatuation, about hog especially, that a virtual stop was put to all thinking, properly so called. No man dared utter a truth for which he felt himself indebted to his soul alone. It mattered not whether the truth was even demonstrably such, for the dogmatizing philosophers of that epoch regarded only the road by which it professed to have been attained. The end with them was a point of no moment whatever. The means, they vociferated. Let us look at the means. Let us see the science. Let us see the tech. Let us see the science behind it. If it's not materialized, it's not true. But we're not gonna give you the means to be able to make it true. We're not gonna put it before the public eye. Where are the means? Prove it. Where's the proof? Where's the evidence? That's what he's saying here. Let us look at the means. And if, on scrutiny of the means, it was found to come neither under the category of hog, nor under the category of Aries, which means ram, why then, the savants went no further. They just thought, well, fuck it. Okay, it's not part of one of these two, so therefore I'm not allowed to even look into it. Fine. Calling the thinker a fool and branding him a theorist. Literally giving modern critical thinkers labels of conspiracy theories because they don't just adapt to whatever modern academia says and instead challenges it and thinks for themselves. But if you don't have all the science, then you're just a theorist. You're just wrong. You're just crazy. You're just out of your mind. Wow. The way that history repeats itself in a way, but also world is changing, people are waking up, etc. Okay, let's continue. I'm really getting into this. I really like this. And this isn't even Edgar Allan Poe. This is whoever wrote this whoever wrote this bottled message kind of has me. Called him a theorist. They would never thereafter have anything to do with either him or his truths. Literally, they label you as such and then, haha, you're stupid, goodbye. Wow. And this, though, was found in the 1800s, and the way that's still to this day. Well, Edgar Allan Poe himself was declared crazy for writing his Eureka prose poem. He's called crazy. He was called out of his mind, not rational. Like, he was demeaned to no end. Anyways. Now, my dear friend, continues the letter writer, it cannot be maintained that by the crawling system exclusively adopted, men would arrive. So, with the current system we have given, it makes sense that men couldn't. It cannot be maintained. It's not possible that men would arrive at the maximum amount of truth because of the repression. God, the way he has it. The current system is flawed, therefore we can't reach the true truth. Oh, this is worded so well. This is genius. This is so genius. This is genius. Okay, let me, instead of breaking it down, let's just actually deliver it. Now, my dear friend, continues the letter writer, it cannot be maintained that by the crawling system exclusively adopted, men would arrive at the maximum amount of truth, even in any long series of ages, for the repression of imagination was an evil not to be counterbalanced, even by absolute certainty in the snail processes. But their certainty was very far from absolute. The error of our progenitors was quite analogous with that of the wiseacre who fancies he must necessarily see an object the more distinctly, the more closely he holds it to his eyes. They blinded themselves, too, with the impalpable, titillating Scotch snuff of detail. So focused on the details, not focused on the greater picture, basically, is what he's saying. And thus, the boasted facts of the Hoggeties were by no means always facts, a point of little importance, but for the assumption that they always were. The vital taint, however, in Baconianism, its most lamentable fount of error lay in its tendency to throw power and consideration into the hands of merely perceptive men, of those intertritonic minnows, the microscopic savants, the diggers and peddlers of minute facts. For the most part in physical science, facts all of which they retailed at the same price upon the highway, their value depending, it was supposed, simply upon the fact of their fact, without reference to their applicability or inapplicability in the development of those ultimate and only legitimate facts called law. Saying that no one's words matter, that taking away the power of people speaking their truth. Saying, if you don't have documented absolute proof of it, it's not true, it didn't happen. Yeah. The way it has taken away the power of people's voices, told us that we're all liars. Innocent before. Anyways, of course people can lie, but wow. This is brilliant. I'm really enjoying this. This is fucking brilliant. Fucking brilliant. Okay. Then the letter goes on to say that the persons thus suddenly elevated by the Hoggian philosophy into a station for which they were unfitted, thus transferred from the sculleries into the parlors of science, from its pantries into its pulpits. Then these individual, a more intolerant, a more intolerable set of bigots and tyrants never existed on the face of the earth. No one more intolerable, intolerant, bigots and tyrants and oligarchs ever existed. Their creed, their text, and their sermon were alike, the one word, fact. But for the most part, even of this one word they knew not even the meaning. This just made me oh my god, that made me think of something. On those who ventured to disturb their facts with the view of putting them in order and to use, the disciples of Hogg had no mercy whatsoever. All attempts at generalization were met at once with the words theoretical, theory, theorist. All thought to be brief was very properly resented as a personal affront to themselves. They were personally offended by their modern academia being challenged. Oh, that's funny. Not much has changed, guys. Not much has fucking changed. The way this relates to modern society. Oh my god. Whoever wrote this bottled letter. We stand. We stand. We stand. Cultivating the natural sciences to the exclusion of metaphysics, the mathematics and logic, many of these Bacon engendered philosophers, one-idead, one-sided, and lame of a leg, were more wretchedly helpless, more miserably ignorant, in view of all the comprehensible objects of knowledge, than the veriest unlettered hind, who proves that he knows something, at least in admitting that he knows absolutely nothing. Hello. Someone named support ID, like done, and then 2 chocolate emojis. Don't know what that means, but it kind of is funny. Did you know that I'm allergic to chocolate? I get back pain, and it's a genetic thing on in the Ukrainian side of my family with my nana. She gets pain from cocoa. I can't have cocoa. I can have white chocolate, but the theobromine in it, sadly, I'm allergic to it. So I have a video on that, actually. I have a video on that, yeah. Yeah, hello though, welcome. On YouTube. So yeah, guys, it's the ones that they studied from modern academia and don't think outside of the... Thank you for subscribing, support ID. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for this. Yeah, I'm allergic to it. I do have a video on the YouTube if you want to look at after. Me talking about Charlotte Winslow allergic to chocolate. If you Google that, it'll pop up. Yeah. Unlucky. It's unlucky for me, but... Probably why caffeine isn't really that good for me either, but here's my green tea. I'm not having coffee, just green tea. So I love this because exactly the way that saying, guys, you have to admit that you know nothing. That's like, you gotta be like, I studied this, but at still there's things we don't know. And it's when people, they think because they studied a certain topic or they have a certain degree that therefore they're the be all end all knowledge source, when it's like, but you just learned from modern academia. I really like this. I really like this prose. I really like Edgar Allan Poe. What do I like most? Like food? I really love falafel. Oh, falafel, like doner wraps, shawarma, sushi, avocado sushi. Yeah, falafel, wraps, shawarma, sushi. Those are my favorite foods. Smoothies aren't like my favorite taste wise, they're just my favorite flavor. Not my favorite taste wise, they're my favorite health wise. Getting nutrients in, high carb, plant-based living for the most part. Yep. Okay. Thank you for saying my smile is cute. Now we're gonna get back into the ASMR delivery, okay guys? Enjoy. I'm from Canada. I'm Canadian. Here, let me do the flag. Yeah, my family line, I am, my genealogy, it's not, I don't remember all of it off the top of my head. Ukrainian, Scottish, Welsh. Oh, Czechoslovakian. My papa came from Czechoslovakia when it was called Czechoslovakia, so I don't know if I'm Czech or Slovak. I'm just Czechoslovakian, and that's and a little bit Spanish. They say, little bit Spanish supposedly. Supposedly a tiniest bit of Spanish. Yep. Where's the Canada flag? I'm Canadian. Yeah. Okay, let's continue. Yeah. The way modern academia, though, the way people have a degree and they think that they're the be-all end-all. The way they're talking about it here, the way it was the same. Nor had our forefathers any better right to talk about certainty when pursuing, in blind confidence, that a priori path of axioms or of the ram. Let me Google some of these words. What's priori mean? Might have been just a word that Edgar created, but from what is earlier, the earlier path of, so the ancient Egyptians, the earlier truth, the ancient Egyptians, guys, the earlier maths, the non-modern, or of the ram. So the ram is Aristotle, right? Yeah. He's now just using that as a metaphor when he's now, did he, ram, so the way they both kind of sound like Edgar Allan Poe. Did Edgar just write this letter, put it in a bottle, and then say he found it? That's what I'm kind of getting. Is this really from 2800, or was this some that Edgar himself kind of just put in a bottle, dated 2800, threw it in the water, and then one of his buddies found it? Can he write with both hands so one of his hands writes differently? Maybe not. That's just, I'm just theorying, guys. Okay. At innumerable points, this path was scarcely as straight as a ram's horn. So they're saying it's not straight, guys. It's curved. It's not true. There's different possibilities. Oh, biryani. I've had biryani before. It's plant-based. It's really good. I love Indian food. Indian food's amazing. I stan. Look into PMC India pyramids. They're building pyramids in India currently. I'd love to visit them. I'd recommend looking into it, sir. I'd recommend looking into I'd love to visit. I'd love to see them one day. It's not just Valery Uvarov in Russia that has created modern pyramids. PMC, it's a YouTube channel in India, is building 108 modern pyramids. Okay? That's something that I'd love to see one day. I don't have any means or plans to, but yeah, India is building modern pyramids. Canada isn't. North America isn't. India is. Russia is. Canada isn't. North America isn't. So we stan. We think that's cool. We stan. Okay. Yes. Yeah. I need to watch more of that YouTube channel. I think it's PMC. Let's see. I would love to see the pyramids there one day. I would love that. PMC India pyramids. I think, let me see if it's the PMC English. Yep. Just subscribing to the English one as well. Yeah, I'd recommend looking into it. Living as vegetarians. Chant Geranian on YouTube. I'm not sure what that is. Who's that? I'm Googling it. Insane. Okay. It's a private military. Oh. Screenshotted, noted. Chat. So are they connected? Is PMC India and Valery Yuvarov connected? No, it doesn't seem. Seems to be military stuff. You guys, I'm not from Ukraine. I've never been from Ukraine or any of the other places genetically of me. Okay, I'm Canadian. That's just genealogy wise what I am. Okay, I'm not making a political statement or anything, just for the record. Okay. Yep. Oh. It's Pyramid Meditation Channel is what PMC stands for this is the guys, this is the channel. I'd recommend. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I need to watch his channel more often. Pyramids. Pyramid Valley. I need to go. Oh my god, I want to go. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's the modern pyramids. Oh my god, I want to visit. Pyramids. Guys, the pyramids have me immediately, every time, in every situation. Oh, PMC USA. This, yeah. Okay. Oh. I'm gonna watch some of these videos after, actually. Pyramid Spiritual Societies movement. I love it. Pyramids, guys. Oh, beautiful. I'd love to visit. Modern pyramids. I'd love to become a part of modern pyramid creation and discovery. I will join whatever team. Whatever side. Like, whichever side has the pyramids, okay? The way pyramids have me. Yeah, for me, for travel, if I were to travel places, I like the archaeology, the history of it. Like, I want to go to Scotland because that's where they have the most stone circles. In the United Kingdom, they have more than Wales, they have more than Ireland, they have more than Britain, Scotland has the most, so that's what I'd like to go there one day and visit that. I'd like to go to Egypt. I'd like, because the pyramids. I'd like to go to India because the pyramids. I'd like to go to Bosnia because the pyramids. I'd like to go to Chichen Itza again because the pyramids. I'd like to go to Hawaii just because it's beautiful and it just seems surreal. But especially anywhere that has pyramids. That's what has me immediately, is pyramids, guys. That's why this poem has me. Okay, that's why because Egypt is mentioned. Where else is there pyramids? China. I'd love to visit the pyramids in China. Of course, Russia. I'd love to visit the Valery Yuvarov Tomsk Russia pyramid complex. Would I ever be allowed in there? Would Putin let me in? Probably not. Probably not. He would not allow me to. No, he wouldn't. But I can dream. Valery Yuvarov, take me under your wing. Legit. We stand. Modern pyramids, guys. Okay. Let me have some. This is fun. I like the discussion about pyramids. Yeah, I would love to go to Bosnia. Oh my god, I want to go. I know where it is on the map now. Kind of, after doing my Learning Europe stream. One sec. I'm having fun with the chat now. Now I'm like, okay, what's next? Are we talking about pyramids? Are we gonna discuss pyramids more? The way pyramids. Yep. Sorry, my neck. Okay, let's read more of this, I think. Let's read more, okay? The simple truth is that the Aristotelians erected their castles upon a basis far less reliable than air. He's like, they didn't put them on the ley lines where they intersect, guys. For no such thing as axioms ever existed, or can possibly exist at all. This they must have been very blind indeed not to see, or at least to suspect, for even in their own day, many of their long admitted axioms had been abandoned. Ex nihilo nihil fit, for example, and a thing cannot act where it is not, and there cannot be antipodes, and darkness cannot proceed from light. These and numerous similar propositions formally accepted without hesitation as axioms or undeniable truths were, even at the period of which I speak, seen to be altogether untenable. I think he's talking about they build the castles not on top. This is what I'm seeing, not on top of the ley lines. Therefore, how is a pyramid supposed to work if it's not? We've always relating to pyramids. If it's not on top of the ley lines, guys. If it's not at the ley line intersections, how is it going to work? How absurd in these people, then, to persist in relying upon a basis as immutable, whose mutability had become so repeatedly manifest. But even through evidence afforded by themselves against themselves, it is easy to convict these a priori reasoners of the grossest unreason. It is easy to show the futility, the impalpability of their axioms in general. I have now lying before me, it will be observed that we still proceed with the letter. I have now lying before me a book printed about 1,000 years ago. Pundit assures me that it is decidedly the cleverest ancient work on its topic, which is logic. Hello, Palab Biswas. Thank you for joining on your main channel. You're so sweet. You're so sweet. Okay. Thank you for joining. Yeah, thank you for joining, becoming a part. Ooh, my neck. I really like how I am incorporating philosophy, science fiction, art with ASMR, with comedy. I'm having fun. Thank you for the thumbs ups as well. Yeah, guys, please make sure to thumbs ups. The thumbs ups helps me show up in the algorithm. Yep. Okay, let's get back into it. I do keep checking chat though. I will stop my delivery, decipheration, decoding to read the messages. I will read the thank you for the thumbs up on the YouTube video. Yeah, the YouTube live stream. The thumbs up helps me get more notice in the algorithm. Yeah, so thank you. Yeah, your support ID. Yep, this is your real ID. Yes, yes. Thank you for joining on your main channel. Thank you. God bless you. Creator bless you. The author, who was much esteemed in his day, was one Miller, or Mill, and we find it recorded of him as a point of some importance that he rode a mill horse, whom he called Jeremy Bentham. So he was known as Miller, but because that he just named himself after his horse, but his real name was Jeremy Bentham. But let us glance at the volume itself. Ability or inability to conceive, says Mr. Mill, very properly, is in no case to be received as a criterion of axiomatic truth. Now, that this is a palpable truism, no one in his senses will deny. Not to admit the proposition is to insinuate a charge of variability in truth itself, whose very title is a synonym of the steadfast. If ability to conceive be taken as a criterion of truth, then a truth to David Hume would very seldom be a truth to Joe. Oh yeah. So if you can think it up, if you're only smart enough, and that is if you can understand that way, that's the only way it's a truth, then a truth to David Hume would be very seldom a truth to Joe. And 99/100ths of what is undeniable in heaven would be demonstrable falsity upon earth. The proposition of Mr. Mill, then, is sustained. I will not grant it to be an axiom, and this merely because I am showing that no axioms exist. What is axioms again? I keep forgetting. Like, let me make sure so I'm getting the concept. Showing that no truths exist. A statement or proposition on which an abstractly defined structure is based. Okay. So he's saying no exact structure exists, or none in this day and age that us on Earth could ever be able to understand, grasp as human, feeble-minded. But with a distinction which could not have been cavilled at even by Mr. Mill himself. He did that intentionally for the rhyme. I am ready to grant that if an axiom there be, if there is one standard truth, then the proposition of which we speak has the fullest right to be considered an axiom. That no more absolute axiom is, no more absolute a truth is than our voice. And consequently, that any subsequent proposition which shall conflict with this one primarily advanced must either a falsity in itself, that is to say no axiom, or if admitted axiomatic, must be like, we were wrong, we're taking this out of the academia books, we're teaching a new school program. It's not happening though. We're not really being taught new stuff. We're keeping the predecessor work that isn't up to date. with newest found science. Axiom. The way modern school. And now, by the logic of their own propounder, let us proceed to test any one of the axioms propounded. Equal, like a fact, a measurement. It's like, let me, it's hard to put the words to it. It's like a system of truth, like a mathematic defined, a statement, this is what they say, a statement of proposition, which is regarded as being established, an established truth. But if a new truth comes forward that proves the past axioms, the past truths to be false, then you have to disregard the other ones. But the way science really, like, the way it's not put into the hands of laymen nowadays, you know. Anyways, yep, established truth, so current, yeah. And now, by the logic of their own propounder, let us proceed to test any one of the axioms propounded. Let us give Mr. Mill the fairest of play. We will bring the point to no ordinary issue. We will select for investigation no commonplace axiom. No axiom of what? Not the less preposterously because only impliedly he terms his secondary class. As if a positive truth by definition could be either more or less positively a truth. We will select, I say, no axiom of an unquestionability so questionable as is to be found in Euclid. We will not talk, for example, about such propositions as that two straight lines cannot enclose a space, or that the whole is greater than any one of its parts, that a king is any greater than all of the things under him. We will not talk, we will afford the logician every advantage. We will come at once to a proposition which he regards as the acme of the unquestionable, as the quintessence, am I pronouncing that right? As the quintessence of axiomatic undeniability. Here it is. Contradictions cannot be both. Bye, Palab. Have a good rest of your day. Have a great rest of your day. Here it is. Contradictions cannot both be true. That is, cannot coexist in nature. It's your dinner time. Okay, enjoy your dinner. Enjoy your dinner. Enjoy the delicious food. I need to make some Indian food. You're inspiring me. You're inspiring me to get my cooking back up and make a delicious Indian dish. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Here, Mr. Mill means, for instance, and I give the most forcible instance conceivable, that a tree must be either a tree or not a tree. That it cannot be at the same time a tree and not a tree. All which is quite reasonable of itself and will answer remarkably well as an axiom, a statement of truth, until we bring it into collision with an axiom insisted upon a few pages before. In other words which I have previously employed, until we test it by the logic of its own propounder. A tree, Mr. Mill asserts, must be either a tree or not a tree. Very well. And now let me ask him, why? To this little query there is but one response. I defy any man living to invent a second. The sole answer is this: because we find it impossible to conceive that a tree can be anything else than a tree or not a tree. We can't conceive it, our feeble mind. This, I repeat, is Mr. Mill's sole answer. He will not pretend to suggest another, and yet by his own showing, his answer is clearly no answer at all. For he has not already required us to admit, as an axiom, that ability or inability to conceive. Thank you. You'll watch all my videos. Enjoy them. Enjoy them. Enjoy them. Enjoy. Thank you. I'm glad you found my channel and that you like my channel. You're very sweet. You're very kind. Good night. You brought joy, happiness, fun conversation to the YouTube chat. Bless you. Bless you. This, I repeat, is Mr. Mill's sole answer. He will not pretend to suggest another, and yet, by his own showing, his answer is clearly no answer at all. For he has not already required us to admit, as an axiom, that ability or inability to conceive is in no case to be taken as a criterion of axiomatic truth? Thus all, absolutely all, his argumentation is at sea without a rudder. Let it not be urged that an exception from the general rule is to be made in cases where the impossibility to conceive is so peculiarly great as when we are called upon to conceive a tree, both a tree and not a tree. So what he's getting across from what I'm gathering is just because someone might not have the intellect or someone doesn't have the means to be able to understand a truth doesn't mean that that's not the truth. Like, this is sad for me to put it in this means, but I think my abusers, I thought they loved me. I was like, they love me. They didn't, but they made the facade that made me think they did. So therefore it was a falsity, even though I believed it, even though their statement of truth was, his statement of truth was, I'm in love with you, I love you. It wasn't in fact true. Anyways, that's how I see it. But we're talking about more physical matter here. They're talking more about physical matter here. But do you see it in that parable? Do you guys understand it in that parable point of view? Yeah. Hopefully. Okay. Let no attempt, I say, be made at urging this soticism. Okay, what does that mean? We're Googling that word. Oh, they're saying it's not a real word. Has to be. A witty witticism. No, soticism. Oh, so witticism. Oh, so wit is a statement of wit. Soticism is a statement that denotes a lack of wit and a lack of judgment. Okay, and it originates from the French word sotis, which means incongruent, stupid, trifle. This is one of the words first coined by him as well. Edgar Allan Poe, guys. So he's saying that this it's in italics. I think he just wrote this. I think this bottle letter was just him, guys. Or he didn't coin this term. They're just saying he coined it because it was in his prose, even though right here he's quoting the yes, Tom Baker. Yes, he would. Yes, he would. Edgar Allan would be the Stephen King today. Yes, Tom Baker on YouTube. Yes, he would. Yes, he would. Yes, he would. He is to me like the reincarnation of. To me like the reincarnation of. He's incredible. I love Edgar Allan Poe. Also love Stephen King. Also love horror fiction. Yeah. I do. Okay. Let no attempt, I say, be made at urging this soticism, for, in the first place, there are no degrees of impossibility, and thus no one impossible conception can be more peculiarly impossible than another impossible conception. In the second place, Mr. Mill himself, no doubt, after thorough deliberation, has most distinctly and most rationally excluded all opportunity for exception by the emphasis of his proposition that, in no case, is ability or inability to conceive to be taken as a criterion of axiomatic truth. In the third place, even were exception admissible at all, it remains to be shown how any exception is admissible here. That a tree can be both a tree and not a tree is an idea which the angels or the devils may entertain, and which no doubt many an earthly bedlamite or transcendentalist does. Now, I do not quarrel with these ancients, continues the letter writer. Is this just Edgar? Is this letter just Edgar's Richard Bachman, like I have to ask. I think so. I think so. I think so, though. I don't know, alleged. We don't know. We'll never know, but that's what I'm getting. It reads just like him. It reads just like him. It reads identical to him. Okay. Now, I do not quarrel with these ancients, continues the letter writer, so much on account of the transparent frivolity of their logic, which, to be plain, was baseless, worthless, and fantastic altogether, as on account of their pompous and infatuate prescription of all other roads to truth than the two narrow and crooked paths, the one of creeping and the one of crawling, to which, in their ignorant perversity, they have dared to confine the soul, one or the other, no gray area. The soul which loves nothing so well as to soar in those regions of illimitable intuition, which are utterly incognizant of path. By the by, my dear friend, is it not an evidence of the mental slavery entailed upon those bigoted people by their hogs and rams that, in spite of the internal prating of their savants about roads to truth, none of them fell, even by accident, into what we now so distinctively perceive to be the broadest, the straightest, the most available of all mere roads, the great thoroughfare, the majestic highway of the consistent, is it not wonderful that they should have failed to deduce from the works of God the vitality, momentous consideration, that a perfect consistency can be nothing but an absolute truth? How plain, how rapid our progress since the late announcement of this proposition. It's like how you have to wake up at this time, you have to do this at this time every day, you clock in at this time, you do this. The way intuitive living has been lost. It was even lost back then, it's lost now. Listening to our intuition, to our heart, completely lost by most folks. Back then, still now. They would rather have it this at that time, do it this way, under these parameters. Predictable society, rather than intuitive society. The way. The way. How plain. By its means, investigation has been taken out of the hands of the ground moles and given as a duty rather than as a task to the only true thinkers, to the generally educated men of ardent imagination. Taken out of the hands of laymen. Of enthusiastic. Okay, well, maybe they're saying it's given more to the ground. Taken. Given as a duty. Okay, taken. Okay. You have to do this rather than try this, or I'm passionate, I want to do this. Instead of with passion, it's given as duty. These latter are Kepler's, are Laplace's, speculate, theorize. So they're allowed to theorize, but laymen, people who aren't put in those positions, we're not allowed to, guys. You're a conspiracy theorist, okay? That's what they say. These are the terms. Can you not fancy the shout of scorn with which they would be received by our progenitors, were it possible for them to be looking over my shoulders as I write? The Keplers, I repeat, speculate, theorize, and their theories are merely corrected, reduced, sifted, cleared, little by little, of their chaff of inconsistency, until at length there stands apparent in unencumbered consistency, a consistency which the most stolid admit, because it is a consistency, to be an absolute and unquestionable truth. So they're saying, guys, it has to be kind of consistent, though. It has to happen again and again for it to be an absolute and unquestionable truth. I have often thought, my friend, that it must have puzzled these dogmaticians of 1,000 years ago to determine even by which of their two boasted roads it is that the cryptographist attains the solution of the more complicated ciphers, or by which of them Champollion guided mankind to these important and innumerable truths which, for so many centuries, have lain entombed amid the phonetic hieroglyphics of Egypt. Egypt mentioned! Hieroglyphs mentioned! I'm screenshotting this. The way he called it phonetic. But is it phonetic, though? Or is it not phonetic? Guys, Egypt. Egypt. Pyramids mentioned. Egypt mentioned. Hieroglyphs mentioned. It's mentioned. That's why we're here. That's why this has me. I was waiting for it. When's the mention of Egypt? Here it is. Egypt mentioned. Hieroglyphs mentioned. Pyramids mentioned. I'm getting hungry, so I'll have to probably head off stream soon. How much? Oh, wow. Oh, and it ends. And it ends? Okay, yeah, we're done. We're done for today. Okay, let's continue. Okay, they mention Egypt and then they take it away. I'll find the full free PDF for next time I go live. Wow, we've done this whole thing. Wow, this is This is amazing. Okay. Okay, so I want to read this thing. In special, would it not have given these bigots some trouble to determine by which of their two roads was reached the most momentous and sublime of all their truths? The truth, the fact of gravitation. Newton deduced it from the laws of Kepler. Kepler admitted that these laws, he guessed. Intuition, baby, fucking intuition. These laws, whose investigation disclosed to the greatest of British astronomers that principle, the basis of all existing physical principles, in going behind which we enter at once the nebulous kingdom of metaphysics. Yes! These vital laws Kepler guessed. That is to say, he imagined them. He had been asked to point out either the deductive or inductive route by which he attained them. His reply might have been, "Oh, I know nothing about routes, but I do know the machinery of the universe. Here it is. I grasped it with my soul. I reached it through mere dint of intuition." Alas, poor ignorant old man, could not any metaphysician have told him that what he called intuition was but the conviction resulting from deductions or inductions of which the processes were so shadowy as to have escaped his end? And that's the end. And that's what we have today, guys. That is my ASMR delivery so far of Edgar Allan Poe's Eureka, a prose poem. Incredible. Absolutely has me. Genius work. I can't wait to read more. The mention of intuition, the way that intuition is exactly resulting from deducting things in your mind, thinking about it, the path it takes, and then going, then that means I can't wait to read more of this. Did you guys enjoy the delivery? I hope so. I will deliver this entire thing. We only, through 2 hours, we only made it through 10 pages, but that means if it's 101 pages, ahead of his time. Yes, he was, Tom Baker. Yes, he was ahead of his time. Yes, Edgar Allan Poe was ahead of his time. Yes, he was. Oh, God, I love Edgar Allan Poe. He's great. He's great. Genius, misunderstood. Called crazy. Not listened to. Dare I say silenced, scientifically silenced, yet ahead of his time, still ahead of his time, still ahead of his time, still ahead of his time. This was amazing. I had a lot of fun reading this. The way I wanted to just read more of it off stream. Now I'm gonna go make a bagel. I'm gonna go make a bagel. I am going to go on with the rest of my day. I feel happy. I feel like this, I'm really proud of my stream. I stayed really stable. It was intuitive in a way, but in a way also planned, because I'm trying to create more structure in my life now. But at the same point, I've been having a really tough time recently. You guys can see that in my No One's Coming to Save Me video, which I'm talking about something that I can't talk about. So it's talked about in a covert way, dare I say, not in a bad, just felt like I want to go in with more vision and more planning with my streams and my social media than prior, and which is safer for me too. And yeah, Nikola Tesla. Tom Baker, I like how you're here for this. Tom Baker, I like how you're here. Nikola Tesla, the same. Beyond time and space. Nikola Tesla. Nikola Tesla has me, guys. Nikola Tesla, aka I like calling him Nikola Tekla because his technology. Nikola Tekla has me. Incredible. I think I need to start dedicating to science. But the way I'm an artist, though, the way I'm too much like Edgar Allan Poe, artistic wise, to be able to know the science like Nikola Tesla was. Guys, I'm manifesting meeting and someone becoming a part of my life that is an intellectual like Nikola Tesla, so that I can know the secrets of the pyramids. Maybe I'll do it myself. Maybe I'll build the pyramids myself. But I kind of want help. I kind of want help. Oh. Anyways, yeah, no, ahead of his time. Nikola Tesla, ahead of his time. Edgar Allan Poe, ahead of his time. Yet silenced. Fucking silenced. Yet they were in the right. Guess that's the way that the world currently rolls. Still rolling that way. Whatever. I'm back in the science, guys. I'm back in the pyramids. I'm back in the pyramid state of mind. Legit though. Ahead of his time. Incredible. I look up to them. Incredible. I love this. Neither of them are crazy. Nikola Tesla is not crazy. Neither was Edgar Allan Poe. They were just misunderstood. Exactly ahead of his time, beyond his time, and Nikola Tesla is the same. Exactly. The way you get it. This was fun, guys. I love combining art and science, and joyful, pleasant experience such as ASMR into this, and I can't wait to continue this. I am going to maybe create a streaming schedule as best I can. Next time I'm going to stream is Tuesday, okay? On my list is next time I'm streaming is Tuesday, and it's going to be me restarting my voice acting playthrough of Fire Emblem Blazing Blade. I'm going to be doing the voiceover voice acting of that. That's on Tuesday. I don't think I'll be going live tomorrow. Anyways, this was incredibly fun. I will continue an ASMR reading of Edgar Allan Poe's, let's bring it back up here. Okay, Edgar Allan Poe. Here he is. Okay. There he is. We stand with. He was incredibly talented. He had vision. Was misunderstood, was cast aside. So you know what? Mood. We stand with. Stephen King's amazing as well. Stephen King also genius. I love Stephen King. Yeah. Incredible. Okay, guys. I had a good time. I'm gonna go make my bagel and continue with my day. Yeah. I'm really proud of this stream. I had a really good stream. Like, I've been having a tough time. And I felt a lot of safety of me planning the stream, me coming into the stream with, this is what I'm doing. I'm not going to be swayed. Yeah, I feel really good. Feel proud of myself. Prayers for me, guys. If you pray or if you manifest or whatever, that things go well, and that I am able to feel more peace throughout my days, and that the negative thoughts and that my PTSD doesn't overtake my train of thought, and that I feel good and not so panicked and stressed and sad and doomed, because that's how I was feeling. But now I don't feel that way today. I feel good today. I got a lot of sleep yesterday and tonight, which is good. Okay, I'm gonna go eat because I haven't eaten today. It's 12:45. That's not good. I should have eaten. I didn't. Whatever. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna do a music stream again soon. I've been working on my music. Really enjoying that. Great fun way for me to dissociate and create lovely music and joy. The way art. Okay. All right, guys. I had fun, and I will see you next stream, which will likely be, maybe I'll update my Twitch thing. Which will likely be a Tuesday. Yeah. Okay. And that's all. See you guys next time. Make sure to subscribe and stuff. I'm gonna create a new how to subscribe, how to use your Twitch Prime, because my dad has Twitch Prime, and I said, Dad, you have Twitch Prime, you need to subscribe to me, and he's never connected it with Twitch, so I'm gonna do a whole video, because I had my other one, but my other video, Victoria-based artist, much like me. Put her name then. Put her name. And Victoria, like Victoria Vancouver, like Vancouver Island, or Victoria like Australia. Yeah. Because then I need to follow. Tom, name drop it. Drop it in the name. Dr. Carmen Bolter was living on Vancouver Island. What was I saying? I don't know. Now I'm Tom, I'm waiting for your comment. Tell me who it is. I put the at. Put the at. Waiting on you. Very similar mind. Well, who are they though? What's their at though? We want to follow. Like, if they're similar, we want to support. We want to see what their thought process is like. I'm waiting, Tom Baker. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna look into that. Queen. Okay. Vancouver Island. Okay. Okay. She's Polish. See, my legal last name is Kosk, so I might be Polish. Okay. Stan. Oh, she's gorgeous. Okay, followed on Instagram. Oh yeah, I deactivated my Twitter. Okay. I'm gonna follow. I'm following. Okay. She's kind of a smaller creator. Oh. Okay. Well, she's cool. Canadians. Let's freaking go, Canadians. Let's go. Let's go. Cool. Cool. Okay, she gets a bit political. Okay, on X Live now. She creates AI. So similar, same really? Guys, do I need to reactivate my Twitter? I don't think I'm gonna deactivate it permanently, because then I realized then that's all gone, then it's all gone, and then there's some personal reasons for me that I'm like, that works to his benefit, because then it's no longer there. So I don't think that I can deactivate, because then it's permanently deleted, and that works to his advantage. So I don't think that I'm going to permanently deactivate my ex, delete my ex, but it's currently deactivated because I was posting a bit too much on X. I was posting too much on X, and it got a bit negative. The algorithm got a bit negative, so it was kind of, I like her. It was getting a bit negative, yeah. I think I will bring my ex back up, but right now it's deactivated. It's not going to be deleted permanently, I don't think, because I'm like, then that's gone forever, and that, no. So cool, are amazing. Her short AI movies, well, that's cool. She's gorgeous, she's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Followed on Instagram. We stand with. Oh, she loves running as well. Oh, I think I might be Polish. Oh, she eats kind of vegan. I stand with. I'm seeing her as a mother figure, or like a big sister. I really like her. Thank you, Tom Baker, for the recommendation. I see the comparison. I stand with. I need to reactivate Twitter, darn it. Darn it, I need to reactivate Twitter. I reactivated it a bit, and thank you for that. This has... Twitter. I was posting too much on Twitter, guys. Twitter can be toxic. It can, especially with Edison Mask's ownership of it. But Stephen King's not on Threads, he's only on Twitter. Okay, I'm gonna head out now. I'm gonna go eat. Thanks again, everyone. Thank you, Tom Baker. Thank you for like being in the same headspace and like understanding me and my Egypt phenomena, and me and my Nikola Tesla, Edgar Allan Poe, Egypt, greater meaning, spirituality, intuition, modern academia vibe. Thank you for getting that. God bless all you all. Creator bless whatever you believe in. If you believe in nothing at all, still bless you. I'm gonna head out now, and yeah. Goodbye. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to subscribe and follow on the social medias, okay? Yeah, make sure to do that. Subscribe on social medias. Goodbye. Use your Amazon Prime if